Welcome, people. Our first ever live stream, Gooners Therapy.
Big
Shout
up.
out Dan the Gooner. My guy, what are you saying?
What's happening, Dan? First time we're going live. That's what it's all about.
This is what it's about, man. We're making it happen, man. A lot going on at the moment.
Yeah, man. Some big stuff going on with Arsenal right now.
This is what it's about, man. We're making it happen.
Just putting you on there, man.
Some big stuff going on with Arsenal right now.
That's going to be feeding back. You be feeding back, innit?
What's that?
It's going to be feeding back if you're playing it through there still.
What's that? Hey, let me turn that off. One sec. There we go. Yeah, so Eze, bruv, what you saying?
Exciting times, my bro. Exciting times. I can't lie to you. And from what I'm hearing out there, it's looking like it might get done, you know.
Could be the game changer for me, Eze.
Definitely.
He could actually be the game changer, I'm telling you now. Reason being is because if Martinelli ain't playing well, he takes that spot. For me, where would you play him, Dan? If it's the first day of the season, right, the squad is what it is, and Eze, we signed Eze, God willing. If we've got Eze, right, do you start him on the left instead of Martinelli, or do you start him in Odegaard's position? Because I know how you feel about Odegaard. So
yeah,
where would you start him?
For me personally, he is best in a central role, innit? Attacking midfield. That's where we want Eze. Do you understand? But if we're talking about the first game of the season, then I wouldn't be starting Martinelli. I'll be starting him on the left. I wouldn't take Odegaard out for that first game of the season. I think we discussed it before. We're going to give Odegaard a few games to see what he's about. And if he's still doing the same crap as last season, Eze's got to be in that position. That's where he's got to be. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But, I mean, you say about Eze playing in the attacking mid. I was checking, and in the semi and the final, he played... Because Palace, they said play a different sort of formation, but they had like 3 and then 1. So they have 3 attacks and then Mateta up top. And he was on the left of that side. And he was brilliant.
And he was playing in the centre.
Oh, I can't remember that, to be fair. He was playing in the centre.
Is it like 3 attacking midfielders? He's not a proper left winger though, is he?
Yeah, he's not a proper left winger. But I mean, look, I think Eze is going to be one of them guys. He's going to, whatever position he plays in, he's going to pick the ball up. He's going to find space. And he's going to be...
We need someone that can break the lines and run at players. Do you understand? Shoot from outside the box as well.
Shooting from outside the box is going to be the best thing that he's going to give us. Because, I mean, Odegaard was doing that. I've done a video about it the other day, actually. And Odegaard was doing that 2 seasons ago, right? Odegaard was taking shots. He got 15 league goals. At least 5 or 6 of them were from outside the box. You remember the great famous win at the North London Derby away at Tottenham. You know, he was doing what Eze does now. But yeah, I mean,
in the ideal world for me, Dan, if Eze's in there, he starts in front of Odegaard. That's just me personally what I think.
Would you rather start him over Martinelli or Odegaard? Because you said on the first game of the season you'd rather start. You'd still stick with Odegaard. You've still got that bit of hope.
I still stick with Odegaard. That's because Martinelli stinks. That's why.
Yeah.
Martinelli didn't stink so much, and we had a decent left winger. Then it'll be Odegaard.
Martinelli stinks more than
Odegaard. Yeah, he's stinking out the gaff. Martinelli. Seriously, you might, like we spoke earlier, you might as well be a left back because the defensive work he does, top draw. Do you understand? Going forward, he's a lost lamb.
For sure.
Odegaard, Stash Jones. Shout out Stash Jones. Says Odegaard needs to come out. Eze in. Simple maths. Simple math.
But like you said, first game of the season, you're keeping Odegaard, right? Obviously, we know he's going to play. He's the captain of the club. You know, he's had one bad season. Let's not forget he was out for, how long was it? 2 months? He was out lost?
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not lighting up the world, man. He's not lighting up the world, Odegaard.
No, and he's not, like, to be honest, I mean, I touched on it before. I mean, Max Dalman comes on and takes shots and he gets everyone up with their feet. You can see the boy's a special talent. But I saw him demanding the ball of Odegaard, and I saw him take a shot against, I think it was Newcastle. And then Odegaard had taken a shot the whole game, and then Odegaard finally had the courage. It took seeing a 15-year-old to come on and take a shot.
Odegaard, and last season, and you, when you're at the games, how many times you seen Odegaard hiding? He's hiding. not going into 50-50s, just hiding, bro.
Hair and all that.
Flicking his hair, doing all that nonsense, man. His days are numbered. So I'm saying,
But
if we get...
but we know, like you said, Dan, there's definitely 100 million% a player in there, isn't there?
No, there's a player in there. That's what I hope and pray he gets back to that 2 seasons ago, older guard. Do you understand?
Right? Like we were saying, it's like me and you were talking earlier, right? We were talking about Phil Foden, right? Now, like Phil Foden, 2 seasons ago, 19 goals in the league, 8 assists, one of the best. You know, he was player of the season, right? Now, to get player of the season in the Premier League, that's tough, yeah? Season 100%. After last year, I think it was something like 8 goals, 3 assists, so way off it. And obviously now he's going to be fighting for his place. And listen, I back Foden to come back. I think he's that good, right? I think he's a top draw player, and I back him to come back. Martinelli now has not been good for 2 seasons. He's had 2 poor seasons.
Not good enough.
He had that great season when he scored 15 league goals, and you know we thought, wow, what a player we've got here. Klopp's calling him the talent of the century. We were comparing him and Saka. We weren't sure who was better. Saka's gone all the way up there, and he's stagnated, and he's actually got worse.
Well, let me put this at you. Is that to do with Arteta and his tactics and his management? Because if you look at Martinelli, he hasn't got Odegaard linking up with him constantly. Do you understand? Then you've got no one over. When he had that best season, wasn't it Tierney at left back overlapping?
No, it wasn't Tierney. It was Zinchenko and Xhaka.
And Xhaka.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't feel like
we didn't just play on the right, and that's why Saka we played too much to the right. And what I've done, even in these, I'm not sure if that would change if we were to get an Eze on the left or another left winger. But even in these pre-season friendlies, I know it's only for fitness and all that, but it was all the kind of the same. Get it out to the right.
Get it to Odegaard. Get it out to Saka. Yeah. So Martinelli, what Martinelli's doing is he's doing all this dog work because he works his socks off. Do you understand? By the time he's got forward, number one, he's isolated by himself, and secondly, he's probably shattered from all that running he's doing. So for me, I've got a little defense for Martinelli, but if we're being honest, we should be seeing a lot more now. We haven't got time for no games. Do you understand? We haven't got time for it.
Because you know what? One of my friends, right? He actually that's exactly what you just said. He defends Martinelli in that way, in that sense, that he says Martinelli. He doesn't get the ball enough. The ball's all played to the right. So he's only getting the ball in little snippets of the games.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're getting the ball 10 times and then you're getting the ball 20 times, you're more likely to have a better impact on the game. So
yeah, and then on top of that, when you get that ball at left, who you linking up with? Because Odegaard's always on the right-hand side. Do you understand? Our creative player. No one's out there linking up with him. A lot of the time I see Martinelli, he's isolated and he hasn't got it in his locker to be beating players. Every now and again, but head down, running into brick walls. This is what Martinelli's about. Not good enough.
Yeah, he's like a headless chicken at times, ain't he? Excuse me, Danny. I'm just going to go to the toilet, mate. 2 secs.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so Stash Jones in the comments said Fabregas started at 16. Max Dowman can do well right now. 100%. 100%. Yeah, he can come in and Max Dowman can definitely do a job. But for, what's it called again? Odegaard. Like we said in the podcast, I'll give him a few games. I'll give him 3 games. We've got Man United, Leeds, and then we've got Liverpool. If you are not turning up in those games and we've got an Eze there, we're bringing in Eze. Wanyeri's there. Max Dowman's there. We haven't got time for these games with Odegaard no more. It's too nice. And I've said it already. What's happened to Phil Foden? Yeah? You thought you could be at Man City and you could have 3-4 games, bad games in a row. And you know what happened? You got ousted to the bench. And this is the difference in management. Guardiola is ruthless. We have not got time for games. Phil Foden, I don't care what level you was at, what you was doing, you will sit on the bench, my friend, if you're not going to perform. Yeah? Same with Jack Grealish. 100 mil bench settings. We have got no more time for these games with these players. Martinelli, you need to up the levels. You need to up the levels, Martinelli. It's not good enough. So we'll see what happens going forward. But this Eze deal, very exciting, people. Very exciting. And I'll show you something. Theo Walcott has come out and said something. Let me show you this. Share that.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah, I was just talking about Eze. Did you see what Theo Walcott came out and said?
What did he say?
So Theo Walcott on if Eze will potentially join Arsenal, he said, right, from what I've been hearing, the deal was 90% going to happen. I've dropped him a message, Eze, exciting times ahead.
You don't see that a lot from former players, do you? That's
You understand? He's dropped him a message. It's 90% going to happen. And
yeah,
I've got
Theo's dropped him a message, right? Am I reading
yeah,
that
that's
right?
what he said. He said he's messaged Eze.
Yeah.
And it's exciting times ahead.
Look,
So
I've heard from a lot of people. I mean, look, everyone seems to have some sort of an opinion, right? But I have heard, from what I've heard, a lot of people are saying the deal is more or less done. And I did a video on it yesterday and I put it on my TikTok. And you got all the Palace fans saying he's not coming, too late, because he's obviously he had the expiration of his
buyout clause.
the release clause, right? But the release clause, I mean, look, I don't think we were ever going to pay 68 million. So I think that's why Arsenal kind of wasn't.
What I don't get with that though, Dan, yeah, is that I've heard that we're trying to put in bids of 52 mil or whatever. Is he not levels and brackets above Madueke? I don't understand it. Why you didn't even go and hit that release clause and just get it done?
It's an age thing, Dan, isn't it? He's 4 or 5 years older than Madueke, isn't it? This is what it is.
Yeah.
And resell and all that. If Madueke has a couple of good seasons or even one season, do you know what I mean? You're always going to make your money back. With Eze, he's 27. He's probably going to stay at Arsenal now until he's going to sign a 3 or 4 year deal. What you're not really going to make any money back on him after, you know, unless he does outstandingly well, which I hope we were hoping he does. But we're hoping he'll stay at Arsenal now. This is what I like though as well, because I talk about it. You know, when Arsenal signed Ian Wright, he was 27. When now we've signed Victor Gyökeres, who is obviously 27 as well.
Yeah.
Just touching on that now. I mean, signing players that are, you know, because we've signed all these players when they were young, the Martinellis, the Odegaards, Salibas, Gabriels, all of them, and they're all becoming men now, and they're getting to that age, 24. Would you believe it? Saka's going to be like 25 this season.
Crazy
so players,
stuff.
They're all getting to that age now. And I was when I was on the football terrace the other day with Terry, there was a Chelsea fan, Don, and I was saying that I think Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and City will be in the race. And I said I just don't think Chelsea have enough experience, and it touched the nerve. And he's going on about Caicedo's played in the league for 4 years, and
yeah,
you know,
Chelsea. I said it to you the other day, though, Dan. Don't sleep on Chelsea, no.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? They've not been in a title race. Chelsea
they ain't been in a title race. There was a point last season when they was flying.
Name me one team, bar Leicester, that's ever just come out of nowhere and won the league. You always have to be.
Yeah, but you can't say Chelsea. You can't say Chelsea are not a team coming out of nowhere. Because I'm sure there was a season.
They are a team out of nowhere. They've not been. Look, when was the last time they was fighting for a title?
They just won the FIFA World Cup, Dan. Albeit their run to the final, they've smashed in PSG. They have to be taken a little bit seriously, Dan. João Pedro up top. Do you understand? Just a little bit.
Look, I'm not saying they can't be there or thereabouts, because they can be. But come game week 30, they will not be in the title race. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. If you're in there, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're live in there, people. We'll appreciate that. Let me show you something else, Dan. 1 sec.
No, we need to share that, you know, because we always forget to say that. We wait till the end of our bloody hour podcast when we do it in the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone's going to watch for an hour long, apart from these loyal guys out there. But look, so guys, we're trying to get to 200 subscribers by the time the season starts. I think we're on 126. So please hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to be coming to you 2 or 3 times a week now.
Live and direct. Giving you that. So look at this picture now, Dan. Yeah, so Saka has posted up on his Instagram story. Yeah, he's kicking a ball. It's a picture, and underneath that is a picture of Eze.
That's mad. Arsenal fans are mad, bro.
Crazy. No, that's what Saka actually posted. He's got a picture of Eze there, sitting there, bro. That's on his story.
Yeah. He's coming, man. He's coming.
He's coming. I don't want to get too excited, but yeah, Martin Odegaard, watch out. Yeah, because if you don't up the levels, Eze's got to be starting.
But look, even in that, Dan, yeah, I mean, let's say Eze does come in and start over him, right? And then he picks up a knock, or you know, we've got a certain Champions League game where you want to keep the ball a bit more. Then you play Martin Odegaard, and the drop off is nowhere near. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember me and you having this chat when Odegaard was way off form.
Yeah,
we did it in the studio, and it was just before PSG. And we were saying, like, even me, because you know me, I'm positive, and I was trying to stay behind Odegaard, but even me,
over positive. Sometimes it goes into delusion, Dan. Let's be honest. But yeah, go on.
yeah. Anyways, so I was saying, like, what do you think? Should we start him or not? Should we start Odegaard in the second leg of the Champions League, in our biggest game in since 2009 in Europe? Should we start him in the Champions League against PSG? And you were like, no. And I was like, well, who do we play? And you were like, Ranieri. We play an 18-year-old and put all that pressure on him.
100%.
Biggest game ever in our season. Drop our captain and play an 18-year-old.
Because he's now, like the gaff.
But I'm saying now it's different. You know, if he's not playing, you've got Eze that's going to come in and play. And I just think today's football, right? I think Arteta, obviously, he's changed our style of play. I think he got scarred, right? The season when our defence crumbled, right? The first season we went for the title, Rob Holding, Saliba got injured.
Right, he got scarred. Now we're dealing with a manager of mental health. That's why I want him out. Do you understand? He's all over the shop. He's living in his head, Dan. Do you understand?
It's right, yeah. And then so I think then he went strong on defence and said, right, I need a proper defence. And it very nearly worked, and we nearly won the title. We scored the most goals we'd ever scored. We conceded the least and scored the most games ever, bar any Arsenal team, and got 1 point less than the Invincibles 2 seasons ago. And then obviously last year, we all know injuries and everything, and we didn't keep up.
We went backwards.
But I think now he's realised last year, it was because them 2 seasons we went for the title, we were quite lucky with injuries. The first season, of course, we lost Saliba. The first season, 2022-23, we lost Saliba.
Big blow. That was a big blow.
So that was a big blow. But other than that, we kept most of our team fit, right? And then the season after, we didn't have many injuries either. We had little ones here and there, and that's why we very nearly won the league title. And then once we had injuries, we couldn't deal with it. The squad was not thick enough. And I think this season, that's why, you know, obviously, look, he's got Zubimendi, who's going to be a starter. Gyökeres, you would like to think is going to be a starter. And Eze, if he comes in, he could possibly be a starter, right? And then obviously, Kepa will be a number 2. Norgard will be a backup player, and so will Mosquera. And this other centre back we're looking at would be another backup.
Yeah, that's all well and good. So now, last season,
no, but I think now he's gone. He's right now. I need to thicken the squad up.
So now we're saying he's got the pieces to his puzzle. There's no more excuses for this guy now. Yeah, he's got the striker that everyone. If Arsenal had a striker, if Arteta's got a good striker, then he can get us over the line. Yeah. So now that he's got that, there's no more excuses. I was speaking to a man the other day and he said, yeah, now he's got Gyökeres. He's got his Lamborghini. This is what the man said to me. You know what I said to him? We've got the Lamborghini, but we've got a drink driver behind the wheel. Do you understand? We've got a drink driver. Arteta's drink driving. That's what he's doing. Do you understand? So I said to him, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next manager because I still don't believe. I'm going to try and remain positive and get behind the team this season. I still don't believe, due to his negativity, like you said, and the defensive formations and the thoughts that he's having now living in his head, we're not getting over the line with Arteta.
What do you mean? What's this new one you've got, this new agenda against him, Dan, about thoughts in his head and all that? What's all that about?
You said it yourself. He's living in his head due to being scarred from the seasons before. The football's got more and more negative, Dan. Yes or no? He's got more defensive.
I wouldn't say it's got more negative because, I mean, not last year, the year before. Like I said, we scored the most goals we'd ever scored. And we after that Dubai trip, we were smacking teams. West Ham 6-0, Burnley 6-0. We beat Chelsea 5-0. You know, there was a lot of big wins even last year. You know, we did have big wins. I think.
What about that game? Do you remember that game?
For sure. And last season, I think that's mainly due to the injuries. Is why the football naturally took a step back, and we were nowhere near as fluid.
Find excuses. Do you remember that game against Bournemouth where he had, who did he have out there? He had Marino. Was it Marino, Rice, and Partey all in the midfield? Do you remember that game?
Who was that? Bournemouth at home towards the end.
No, it was Bournemouth away. That game
Bournemouth away, yeah, when we lost 2-0.
That was crazy. That lineup there. Absolute madness.
Yeah, that was. No, you're right. I remember that. I remember watching that, and yeah, that was horrible. Kind of could see the title slipping away. Then you're giving me PTSD now thinking about that game.
Yeah, and
listen, you know I'm Arteta in and all of that, and you know I'm backing the guy. But of course, there's every manager makes questionable decisions, you know, and that definitely was one of them because that midfield, there's no creativity in it at all.
Nothing.
Whatsoever.
So where are you feeling with Arteta now? We've spoken about this already. What does he need to do this season, yeah, for you to say, he's had a good season.
What's the good Premier League?
Obviously, win the Premier League.
That league is like, you know.
So if he doesn't win,
really the one you want is the Premier League, because that shows the real measure of success. I mean, if you go and win the Champions League, we've never won it before. It's going to be the history. So you're going to take that. But what shows a proper successful season? If we go and win the Premier League, then obviously.
So if he doesn't win the Premier League, what are you saying? Is time up? Is it time to look at different options, Dan? Because you're his biggest fan, you're his lawyer, yeah. So where we at here? He doesn't win the Premier League.
It could be time. It will definitely be time to question it. Like I said before, it would depend to me in what sort of circumstances it happened. If we go and get 97 points and Liverpool get 98, I'm not going to turn around and say this man needs to be sacked.
So he's finished second again. He's fallen up short by 1 point. That's it. Just give him another crack at the whip. That's it.
I think it'd be crazy to then go and sack him, and then when you're getting 97 points, you know, if you're getting big top like that.
So what you've said, you're contradicting yourself now, because you're saying he has to win the Prem, but if he loses it by 1 point, that's acceptable.
Oh, look,
always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
If we lose it by 5 points and we only get 84 points and Liverpool get 89, then I'd say, you know what, maybe it's time for someone new. But it would also, look, it wouldn't just be get rid of him. There would also have to be someone. There would have to be someone like Enrique, some elite manager that's going to come in and step in. I wouldn't go and get rid of him and get a Fabregas.
Yeah, but I was then speaking to a man yesterday, and he's telling me an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup will be acceptable. But I then went on to say to him, we're not winning no FA Cup or Carabao Cup, because what Arteta is going to do is in these FA Cup games, he's going to change up the whole squad. Yeah, then we're going to be looking at a team with someone like Norgard in there. There's going to be Havertz. We'll probably have a Martinelli on the left, a Madueke on the right, Kivior at centre back. We're going to have who else?
I don't know. You say that though, but I think Arteta is actually, in that sense, he's definitely to Arsene Wenger. I think he goes quite strong.
All right, we'll see. I'm saying that now he's got this team with depth, Dan. He's got a team with depth now.
Yeah, look, listen, these players have to play as well, Dan. Do you know what I mean? You can't sign players and never play them. Do you know what I mean? And also,
100%.
If you've got an FA Cup game in January when the fixtures are coming thick and fast, then you're and you've got, like, I don't know, let's say we've got Derby away.
Yeah.
Night. You're gonna want to rest the players if you've got a big league game on the Saturday.
He hasn't got the what's it called again, flexibility to do that. Unfortunately, you need to deliver some sort of silverware. You've won 3 games in the FA Cup since we've won it, Arteta. 3 games. Yeah,
the draws have been unkind to us though, Dan. We've had some.
Oh, come on now, Man United.
Look at the teams we played. Look at the teams we went out to.
Are we going there, Dan? Are we going there, Dan?
Liverpool in the Carabao Cup.
Man United last season with 10 men. Your guy, top striker, top gunman, Havertz. You understand?
Bringing back the PTSD again, Dan.
It's horrible stuff. And then you sit there and you tell me with so much confidence that we're going on the first game of the season to Old Trafford and we're just picking up 3 points. You're going to the game, Dan. We're just 3-point collecting first game of the season. Cunha, Mbuemos, Fernandez is these type of gunman out there. Do you understand? We're just going to pick up 3 points. I'm not saying we're not going to pick up 3 points. You cannot be so confident, Dan. You cannot.
No, I am confident, though. Look, you can't tell me how I can feel. I feel confident. I feel confident we're going to go there and get the 3 points. Simple as that.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think that, look, don't get me wrong. United, right? Even the most negative fan like yourself, negative United, right? You like, for example, Dave. When you go to that game and you walk in the stadium and the hairs of your neck, you know what I mean? They stand up and you hear the roar of the crowd. You ain't been to football in months. Even the most negative fan just has in their head, you know what? Who knows, something special could happen. Do you know what I mean? So United are going to be up for that game. And it's Arsenal United.
Arsenal United.
Arsenal United. The ratings have dropped recently with Sky and that, right? And like me and you were saying, these fixtures, they're against us and they're fixed. And I've heard other people say it too. And I fully agree, right? What a way.
We've got a lot of backlash for saying that, Dan. Do you understand? Fans are haters.
Arsenal, Liverpool, and United, the 3 biggest teams, right? Well, 2 of them happen to be playing. We've never faced United on the first day of the season. Arsenal United at Old Trafford, first game, bruv, that's going to be...
And then guess what?
That's super Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying?
And then 2 games later, you're at Anfield, my friend.
That's what I'm saying.
Vicious stuff.
I know, with these trips, bro, they're going to be killing me, mate, as well.
But it's good in a way anyway. It's good anyway because we can see where we're at. Do you understand? Where do you think the lineup is going to be for that first game? Do you think this drink driver, this madman, is going to start Gyökeres? What do you think?
It depends what happens in these next...
So there is some doubt then?
Yeah, of course, because I'm not sure quite how fit he is. You know, he came on for 12 minutes against Tottenham. It'll be interesting. We're playing tomorrow, right? In
Stuttgart, or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, Emirates Cup tomorrow, right? So I hope he starts that game. Obviously, we're hoping he gets a goal. But if he plays 60 minutes, 30 minutes, if he's playing, then yes, I do see him starting. But look,
it's strategic by Arteta. He's not going to get that.
Let me be honest, Dan. Look, right? Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Havertz started that game. It wouldn't surprise me. Right? Reason being is sometimes this is what happens with new players. Not just Arteta. All managers do it, right? Get this fan on 1 second. All managers do it.
You're getting hot because you're just talking nonsense, Dan.
Yeah,
You're getting hot now. Go on.
All managers do it, right? They like to bring them on. You know, ideally, let's say we're 2-0 up at Old Trafford. You bring Gyökeres on. It's an easier way to bed him in, right? So, tactic-wise, I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? But look, who do I want to start? I want Gyökeres to start. Of course, we all do. We want to see him. We want to see him slap that celebration against United. But here's an interesting one.
Go on.
Sesko could be going to Man United.
Your guy, Sesko.
Well, look, I'm telling you now, I think Sesko's going to do well wherever he goes. I'm not going against that just because he's gone to United now. When you've got all the United fans, we're calling him Benjamin Šeško, when Arsenal were linked with him, and now they're all getting excited, saying we're going to get one of the best young strikers in the world.
This is what the story is right here, people. Manchester United.
Right? Huh? So apparently, he's in verbal terms with both of them. So he said yes to United, and he said yes to...
yeah, that's what it says there. Let me read this out, Dan.
Newcastle.
It says, Manchester United have made a formal offer for Benjamin Šeško worth 85 million euros and 75 mil fixed with 10 million add-ons. That's what it is. And Newcastle's offer slightly higher with a fixed fee of 80 million. So it's a war right now. Where's he going?
This is the thing. Do you know what? I think something tells me he chooses United, you know, because look, as much as I banter United and, you know, I hate watching United and all of that, same way they do with us. We're from London, but there was probably more Man United fans in my school than there was bloody Arsenal fans, yeah?
It's all Man United.
We've always hated United, right? But they're still a massive club. Albeit they're in the mud and I'm loving it and they're 15th, they're still a massive, big, massive club. You know, they've just signed 2 good attackers. If you look at Sesko and he looks over at Newcastle, they can't sign any of the players they want. Before the summer transfer window started, I think he looks and goes, you know what, Newcastle, they're building this team, they've got all the money, they've got a good manager, they've been in the Champions League recently, they're back in the Champions League. And he might be thinking, do you know what, I want to go Newcastle. But now suddenly he's looking, they can't get any player. Why does no one want to go there? You get put off. Look, if I'm telling you...
I don't know about that.
No, but look, if I'm saying to you, Dan, let's go to this club, right? And then you're like, all right, cool. And then after, you start asking a few of your boys about it. And they're like, nah, you know what? Someone asked me to go there. I'm not going. And they all start telling you why they're not going. And they're not going there. You're going to get put off.
Even though Newcastle in the Champions League and Man United are not.
I know, but still, look, listen, the club might have a better DJ, but the venue might be small. Or there's something about it. There's something, whether it could be because we're way up north in the northeast, the bloody 4 or 5 hours away, right next to Scotland. And, you know, maybe this is the thing, right? At the end of the day, Manchester United, if you look at the other teams, right, they're all kind of getting a bit weaker from last season. Bournemouth have lost their 2 main centre-backs. One's gone PSG, and one's gone, obviously, to Real Madrid. They've lost their keeper who's come to us. Brighton have lost a few players. That Baleba could be going as well. Newcastle can't seem to sign anyone, and they're going to lose their best player. So I think 5th could actually be up for grabs, which is going to get you a Champions League spot. United, they start well. Amorim, you know what I mean? He did really well in that second.
Amorim, he'll be gone by. He's going to be gone by Christmas.
But look,
Cameron.
if United start well, I just think I think Sesko. I think he wants United over Newcastle.
Maybe
what
we'll see. But I don't. Like I said, innit, he's an unknown entity, and for me, I'm sticking with Benjamin Šeško. That's what I'm sticking with. Yeah, I just don't know if he's going to be at the level. He may be good, but it's more.
Not being funny. Højlund got 3 league goals last year. I can guarantee you now he gets more than that.
Yeah, he will get more than Højlund, definitely. But it's the Premier League, isn't it? You're coming from the Bundesliga, 13 goals. Shout out Catch in the chat. Smash up the likes, people. Smash up the likes. David speaks football.
People. Make sure you subscribe, people.
Big up, big up. Yeah, Dave's a Man United fan as well, so I don't know how he's feeling now. Would you take Benjamin Šeško or Ollie Watkins? What about that one, Dan? Because I'll take Ollie Watkins over Sesko personally.
Look. If I'm Arsenal, you probably say, oh, a team going for the title, you probably want Watkins, right? Same reason we wanted Gyökeres, because he's proven, and you know he's been there, he's done it. You know he's going to get you 15 goals. Even if Watkins come to Arsenal, everyone was crying. I would have backed him to get 20 league goals.
Yeah,
Arsenal in a better side than Villa. I mean, he got 19 two seasons ago. He got 16 last year. Why would he not get 4 more goals with Arsenal?
Good signing, man. He's crushed our heart a couple times. Watkins.
I think Sesko would be the better signing, because United, they're not fighting for a title. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to get back into like the top 8. So I think.
And I heard. Did you see what Rio Ferdinand said? He was on an interview, and they asked him, "What's a good season for Man United?" He said top 8.
Who was that? Ferdinand. Yeah, he said.
Ferdinand. He said top 8.
That's realistic, though, really, isn't it?
He's being a realist from where they finished last season. Nearly got relegated. Crazy stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, but for me, first game of the season, I'd rather see Sesko coming up against us than Ollie Watkins, being that he's crushed us a couple times over the last couple years.
Couple times, yeah, because I mean, if they don't get Sesko, then it probably will be Watkins, right?
Yeah,
that's true. But yeah, Watkins, I think he's a little bit underrated. Watkins,
100%.
I mean, I know his course he's not elite, but he scores goals, man. He
scores goals. He scores good goals as well.
He gets
almost won England the Euros.
Even at Aston Villa, I wouldn't blame him. Like, I remember I Bomberhole on TalkSport and that, and he was saying, "Oh, there's no way that he should go United over Aston Villa." And I was thinking, mate, you lot don't even trust him. They were playing Duran over him at one point. Then they were playing Rashford over him.
Rashford. He was getting disrespected. Your manager, Emery.
Yeah, my manager, mate. That's your manager. If you had it your way, he'd still be at Arsenal now, mate. He was a terrorist.
Definitely not.
He was a terrorist, Dan.
Absolute terrorist. Seriously.
Yeah. You like giving me PTSD on this show, innit?
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, first game of the season, Dan. We'll go through the first 6 games, and I want your predictions, Dan. Mr. Positive. Yeah?
I'll be realistic, though, innit? I'll be real.
We hope so. Arsenal, Man United.
That's 2-0 Arsenal, easy win.
Wow. I'm going a draw for that first game.
No way in hell.
Yeah, Arsenal Leeds.
2-1 win Arsenal, late winner.
Late when you're going for a 2-1 win at home against Leeds.
Yeah,
United, you're going 2-0. Make that make sense, my killie. Come on, my bro.
Dan, you're asking me for my opinions, mate. I'm giving them to you, yeah?
All right, Leeds, I'm going for a 3-0 win.
All right.
Yeah? Next game, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Do you know what? I'm going for a 0-0 draw.
A 0-0 draw?
A 0-0 draw.
I'm going to go for in
a tactical game, everyone thinks there's going to be goals. Leave it on that, Dan, innit? That looks better like that.
What, the Sesko thing?
No, as it is now, the live, innit? Because I'm watching it on my TV here and it looks better.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, so Liverpool, Arsenal, I'm going for another draw.
Yeah, so we're both going for draws for that. So yeah, so far you've gone so far we're unbeaten with you, 2 draws and a win. I've got 2 wins and a draw. Who's it next? City, is it, or is it Newcastle?
I think it might be. I know all the games. I don't know the exact order. Nottingham Forest.
Oh, Forest at home, innit?
Yep. What are you
Yeah,
saying about that one?
So,
What? We're going to win that game, yeah?
yeah, of course we're going to win that game.
Yeah, what score are you going for?
Going for 2-0.
2-0. I'll go for a 2-1 win.
It's looking good so far, Dan, even with your negativity, mate.
All right, we'll keep going.
Man City?
Man City, where's that, home or away?
Home, mate. Last time we played them, it was 5-1.
We might just turn over City, you know. 1-0 Arsenal win. There you go.
I'm going 4-2 Arsenal.
4-2 Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game. I can see it. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that one. I missed it last year. It was my son's birthday, the only home game that I missed. Yeah, what a game to miss. But yeah, I'm amped for that one.
All right. Arsenal, Newcastle.
Now, this is where, obviously, when was the last time we won at Newcastle? I can't say we're going to win. So I'm going to say
Isaac might not be there. Probably not be there, though. That's a big thing.
What's that?
Isaac will probably be gone, innit?
Oh, yeah, I know. But still, man, I don't know, man. But look, Arteta, all the grands that we never win on, the only two that he hasn't gone on one on now, I think probably is Newcastle and Liverpool.
I'll say this. If Isaac goes to Liverpool, that draw becomes a loss. I'm just going to put that out there, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you could be right, man. You could be right.
Yeah, so just change it anyway. I'm saying Arsenal are going to lose to Liverpool at Anfield. That's it. Arsenal, Newcastle, I'm going for a...
Whether they have Isaac or not, yeah?
Yeah, whether they have Arsenal or not, I'm just going to say that because they ain't beat us in time, Liverpool.
6 games that they beat us.
6 games, so there comes a time where the cookie crumbles, bro. You understand? The cookie crumbles. So I think we're going to lose that game. Arsenal, Newcastle, St. James's Park. We haven't won there in a little while. I'll go for another draw.
What, Man City or Newcastle?
No, Newcastle, I'll go for a draw. Out of those first 6 games, I've gone for 2 draws, a loss, and 3 wins. So we're going to pick up 11 points out of a possible 18.
It's open.
11 points out of 18. That's what I'm going for.
It's not a great area, so I'll just add another 2 points on from no.
Well, you ain't had one loss yet, so Newcastle, you ain't said what you think about that result. What do you think about that?
Draw.
So we're going unbeaten in the first 6 games.
Yeah.
Wow, positive Dan's back.
Strong.
And he's in attack. He's going strong. That's what you truly believe, yeah?
I do.
Fingers crossed that happens. Fingers crossed that happens. We'll see what goes down. Have you seen the new Arsenal kit, Dan?
Yeah.
Wavy, let me get this up on screen, bruv.
It's a lovely kit, but I ain't wore a collar in so long, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this one.
It is.
I'm gonna get this one. Don't think it's one to miss. This one, I'll be honest. And you get closer, the detail on it is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a proper sick kit.
Have a look at that. Lovely stuff, man. Summer.
Yeah.
Going Dom rep next week now.
Yeah, you got to take that there, Dom rep, man.
I've got to take that there for Dom rep, mate. Seriously. Nice little cream shorts. I might even get the shorts to go with it. Or a nice pair of jeans or something, know what I mean? Clean pair of Air Forces.
What,
there you
go. Full kit wanker?
Huh?
Full kit wanker.
I like that. Stop all that. But yeah, very nice, man. Very nice. Let's go through the comments. Yeah, the away and third kits are fire. Flaming, bro. They done well with that one. They've been getting better, the kits, you know.
They have.
Dave said just basically coupled Man United Devil kit.
Who said that?
Dave.
What, did he just drop that in the comments?
Yeah, Dave speaks football.
Shout out Dave, man.
Yeah, make sure you if you're watching, go and check out David Speaks Football's channel. Go and check out also the catch up as well. Some good content over there. The catch-up's more Arsenal-based. David Speaks Football's a Man United fan. Go and check them out. Make sure you go over there, like, subscribe. Some good stuff going on over there. Really good stuff going on over there. And we should be on some shows with them as well, coming up soon.
So what you saying, Dan? Where are you thinking? Where are you predicting us to finish this season then?
As you know, Dan, man, I cannot. I'm not. They call me negative, but I'm a realist. Yeah, do you understand? So even if we went and got a new manager, yeah, we went and got an Enrique. I'm not gonna be saying yes, we're gonna win the league this season, because after you get burnt for 21 years, bro, do you understand? Yeah, you can't be going into the season feeling overconfident. Do you understand? You got a girlfriend, she keeps cheating, you take her back. Guess what? She goes and does it again, bro. Do you get it? Yeah, it's painful. It's not nice. It's not nice, bro. So this season, I think 3rd or 4th. That's what we're looking at.
So who's the two teams? You're saying 3rd or 4th. Who's the 2 teams you think will finish above us? I'm guessing Liverpool and City.
Simple maths.
And 4th, you think there's, so I'm guessing you think there's a chance Chelsea could finish above Arsenal.
There is a chance. They didn't finish that far behind us last season.
No chance in hell that they finish above us, Dan.
All right, confident Cole. What's it called? Informed Cole Palmer back.
Here's a question for you. Do you think we'll be in the title race? By title race, what I'm going to determine, I'm going to show you what I think by it, right? Game 30, will we be either ahead or behind, within 6 points?
No, we won't.
Or first? No,
we won't. I don't believe
by game 30 we're going to be more than 6 points behind? Yeah,
that's what I believe. Yeah.
So ultimately, you don't think we're going to challenge for the title this season?
I think we'll be there or thereabouts, but you're talking game week 30. I think it would have been all closed up by then, and we would have fell off by then. That's what I believe.
What's your reasons for that? Mikel
Arteta and his negative tactics, bro.
Okay, so explain your reasons. So because of Arteta, but like, what's your evidence?
I don't feel like he hasn't got the nous to navigate a team and get them over the line. Yeah,
I didn't ask you if we're going to win the league. I said a title race. I said that we're going to be there or thereabouts in game week 30. So if I
don't think we will be.
Say no, it will come to that crunch game like it did against Aston Villa a few years ago, and we won't get the result, and ultimately we won't win it. Fair enough. Okay, I can kind of understand 30, that.
We're not going to be. I don't believe we're going to be there, Dan. Unfortunately.
Why not? When 2 out of the last 3 seasons we've been there on game week 30.
Because I think the other teams have got stronger. Yes, we've got stronger as well. You're going to throw that back at me. I don't think Man City will be as bad as last season, albeit they finished only 4 points behind us. I think Man City will be a lot better. I believe Liverpool will be better as well, especially if they get Isaac. I believe Chelsea are going to be better as well. When we're going up against these other teams, your Man United...
Chelsea, for me, the only team that's like properly improved.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the other teams that have improved in the league as well. Like your Man Uniteds have improved, your Tottenhams have improved. So when we go to these head-to-head games, it's not going to be the same story. This is what I believe. We went Old Trafford last season and got a draw.
Yeah, I know. The season was done then, though, Dan.
All right. It was done. When was that? Game week 30? I just don't believe. I think Havertz is going to be the sword that Arteta falls on and dies, bro. Yeah, that's going to be my man's kryptonite. Kai Havertz, his obsession with playing. That's going to be the reason why.
No,
that's the main reason. Kai Havertz. Yeah?
Wait, ask my guy here, Dan. I just want to ask him something. Do you think Kai Havertz, who do you think starts against United? Who do you think he'll start? Havertz or...
Whoever gets more minutes in the...
Oh, he's kind of said what I said. Whoever gets more minutes in the pre-season.
Yeah, and this is what he's going to do. He's going to strategically make sure Havertz gets more minutes. So when it comes first game of the season, he's got this excuse. Gyökeres hasn't had the minutes. Yeah? Top-class footballer, keeps himself fit. Yeah? He's not going to get the minutes because it's going to be a strategic plan by Mikel Arteta to keep his obsession with Kai Havertz. I do not believe that Gyökeres signing was fully Arteta. That had a lot to do with Berta. His man was Sesko. That's who he wanted. Yeah? And I just don't believe...
Dan, you're going off like... How do you know Sesko was the one he wanted?
Because he's wanted him for a couple seasons. This ain't the
Yeah.
first time we heard about
Yeah.
Sesko.
Look,
Dan,
look,
can we
yeah,
stop? Can we stop
he's
this?
got-
Because when we was
he's
on the
got-
podcast, before there was any talk about Gyökeres, you sat there on the podcast and you was talking about, if I'm looking at the two players, I would prefer to have Sesko. He suits our style of play better, this and that. Soon as we was linked with Gyökeres, your tunes start changing up. Oh, but I did say Gyökeres excites me more. Allow it, Dan. You need to stop
Listen,
this,
Dan.
bro.
I always said, look, you just backed up what I said. I did. Look, the clips are there, so we can get them up, mate. We can run them up.
We can.
We can run them up on the next live. What I said is that I feel like by watching the clips of them, Sesko may suit our game more, but Gyökeres excites me more.
Okay, then. Okay,
The
then.
truth, and I still
So
stand
all
by
I've
that.
done is make a statement to say that Sesko was
look.
the man that Arteta wanted. That's all I've
but
said.
but look, at the end of the day,
And there you go,
gone
defending him
gone
again.
for Gyökeres. He's gone for Gyökeres. So look, I think Gyökeres is going to be. There's no way he's not going to be the main striker. You don't spend £65 million on a player that's not going to be the main striker. Kai Havertz, there'll be a lot of positions for him to play, and I keep stressing this to people. Yeah,
Where can he play, Dan?
right?
Where can Kai Havertz play?
Right, we're
If
a lot
he gets-
stronger now because you got Gyökeres that's going to start if he's injured or if he's burnt out or whatever might happen to him, suspension. You've got Kai Havertz, adequate replacement, right?
Adequate replacement.
He is, Dan.
Where
You
are you
can't
getting
say
this stuff from, Dan? How's he an adequate
Dan,
replacement?
he's better than most strikers in the league.
Say that again?
He's better than most strikers in the league.
Oh, come on, Dan, man.
Right, Kai Havertz had what? Before he got injured, he was out for the last 3 or 4 months of the season from January.
Crazy talk,
January,
bro.
February, March. He come back April. So 4 months he was out for. And I think he had 9 league goals. So really, he would have probably got another, 8 goals? So he would have got how many goals?
He's never got that in a
17
season
goals.
in any club that he's played for in the Premier
The
League.
season before, he got 13 league goals for us, yeah? But
Most ever.
he played the first half of the season in midfield. And the second half of the season up top.
Okay.
If Havertz played 38 games, how many goals do you think he would score?
14, 15.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So that's not shit, is it, Dan? Do you know what I mean?
He's not good enough, Dan. We need
Yeah,
20
no.
goals.
I think, look, at the end of the day, to be on 280 grand a week to be a squad player, you're probably right. It doesn't work.
It's crazy. You just said it. We can't spend 65 million on a player and he's going to be on the bench. You said about Gyökeres. You spent the same money on Havertz. He's our highest paid player. Yeah? Somehow, this criminal is going to get Havertz into that starting lineup. I'm telling you. You'll see Havertz on the left wing. Yeah? You'll see him in midfield. You'll see that guy everywhere. Yeah? And I've said this as well. Listen to this, people. Listen to this. I believe there will be a game where you're going to see Victor Gyökeres on the left wing to accommodate Havertz down up top.
Victor Gyökeres is not a left winger.
I'm not saying he's a left winger, but just clip this up. Clip this up. We're not dealing with a normal person here. We're dealing with a madman. I'm telling you. Yeah? Kai Havertz, Arteta is going to die on that Kai Havertz blade, bro. I'm telling you.
What makes you think that he's going to play on the left wing?
Who? Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's going to be a game where we're going to see that.
Look, I understand you said Havertz could potentially go on the left. I could, because I think Havertz gets into good spaces. He's a very intelligent player. And I think...
So you would be comfortable with seeing Havertz on the left wing?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
For certain games, I would.
Can we get some people in the comments? Am I going mad here? Am I going crazy or something? You're comfortable with seeing Kai Havertz on the left wing, bro?
Havertz on the left. Like, listen, Havertz can do the job.
You don't believe it yourself. You're just saying it, Dan.
No,
yeah,
listen, look, I think Havertz is a really intelligent player, right? So I think he can play a variety of different positions. I think he's going to be a very important player this season. And I'm not the only one who thinks that, Dan. Trust me. Havertz will be an important player this season. Havertz does come up.
Havertz needs to be sold. He needs to be sold, Kai Havertz, because the only position which has been proven where he is half decent is up top striker. He's been tried in the number. He was bought to replace Granit Xhaka. Guess what happened? That failed. So he was then pushed up top to do a makeshift job, and it's proven that it's a makeshift job because when he was injured, we put Marino in there, and he done exactly the same job as Havertz.
No, he didn't do as good as Havertz, but he done all right.
Oh, look at his stats. Look at his stats.
Yeah, I don't think
we didn't miss Havertz. Marino was doing the same sort of job. Havertz is not that guy.
We didn't miss Havertz. We definitely missed Havertz.
All right.
100% we did.
All right, we missed Havertz.
1,000,000%. You know, but I get what you're saying. Look, hopefully, you know, Gyökeres is the man that's going to solve this issue. But I do think that we're going to see Havertz still play a lot of games. Maybe not so much all through the middle, but I think he'll come on. He won't just be like, he's not going to play at all. And look, if it gets to January and he's not playing, then of course you've got to put him up for sale because he's on way too much money. He's on way too much wages.
He's not going to be on the bench, bro. Havertz is going to be integrated. He has to be integrated because that's Mikel Arteta's guy, man. That's the bottom line. And he's going to fall on that blade, bro. I'm telling you. That's going to be the nail in his coffin, bro. Kai Havertz.
You could be right. You could be right, Dan. You could be right. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Havertz. But let us know in the comments, who would you start on the first day of the season? Would you start Gyökeres or would you start Havertz up top? Arsenal v Manchester United.
Simple maths.
Let us know who you'd start up top. I think 99% of us, we all want Gyökeres to start up top, of course. But so listen, Gyökeres could start up top that game and he could come off after 70 minutes and Havertz could come on and get the winner. This is football, guys. That's
what I want. That's where I want Havertz playing. Coming off the bench 80 minutes, impact sub. That's what I want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see nothing else. I want to see him in the Carabao Cup. I want to see him in the Carabao Cup, bro.
You know what will be interesting, right? Is if you know them games at home, because you know what, last season, right? When Marino, we only had Marino, right? We ended up throwing Saliba and Gabriel up top when we were chasing games in the league. Now it's going to be totally different because imagine when you got Gyökeres, say we're 1-0 down at the Emirates, 70th minute, we're 1-0 down to Palace at home. Then you throw Havertz on. Suddenly you've got two. Havertz is 6'4", Gyökeres is 6'2". You've got two good strikers up top. You know, it's likely that we're going to score. You know what I mean?
Stop calling Havertz a good striker, please, bro. He's decent.
He is a striker, though,
decent. He's decent, bro. He's decent.
Yeah, exactly. So decent, isn't it? Good, decent. Like I said, he's better than most Premier League strikers.
Better than who are you? When you say that, who are we talking about here?
Most of them, Dan. How many good strikers are there now in the Premier League? United have got a striker who's just come back of a season scoring 3 goals. So he'd start straight away for Man United.
Criminal.
He would start for Man United, yes or no? Right now, would he start for Manchester United?
Yeah, I believe so. But Man United wouldn't be stupid enough to sign Kai Havertz. Yeah.
Well,
where does Kai Havertz go from there?
They've signed a lot worse, mate, than the billions that they've spent.
Yeah, I hear that. But yeah, for me, I don't even want to talk about Kai Havertz no more because he just grates on me. Like I said, he's a decent player. I'm not saying he's dusty, bro.
So Gyökeres, Dan, how many goals is he going to get this season? We've spoke about this before, but we ain't done it on live. How many goals do you reckon Gyökeres gets this season?
Between 15 and 18.
Premier League, 15 to 18. So I just asked you a minute ago, how many goals do you think Havertz would get if he played 38 games? You said 15, 14, 15.
What does that mean? What does that mean, bro?
You think he's going to get the same amount of goals, maybe 2?
He's going to get 50. He's going to get 15. The only reason I'm saying he's going to get 15 to 18 is because the manager is playing enough in the system. Yeah, I just don't believe that this manager is going to get the best out of him. How many games do we sit down and watch when your big striker, top gunman, Kai Havertz is on the field? He's nowhere to be seen in the box. He's nowhere to be seen.
That's another thing to touch on now. So obviously, City, when they signed Haaland, they tweaked the style of play, right? Let's say a little bit, right? But they still the same outcome, and in the end, it was even better. They actually won the treble. Difference is they were already winning the league, right? But they couldn't win the Champions League. Look, he didn't score in the semi-final or the final. But look, once you got players marking Haaland, because obviously that would have been their main threat, it gives other players options. And I think this is going to be really interesting with Arsenal because there's no more doubling up on Saka now because you're going to leave the most lethal striker in Europe. Yeah, one of top 3.
If he's in the right position.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So there's going to be no more doubling up on Saka. Or if you double up on Gyökeres, you're going to give Saka all the time in the world. So I think Gyökeres is going to make everyone better. He's going to make Martin Odegaard better because he's going to have someone making better runs, someone who's got a better finish, much better finish than Kai Havertz. We all know that. So
we hope that happens, my bro. Dan, you've gone a bit funny on the stream. But yeah, like I was saying, people, Gyökeres, if we've got someone that's going to get the most out of him, I hope that Arteta gets the most out of him. But I just believe, due to this guy's tactics, Gyökeres is not going to be in the right place at the right time. A lot of the time, he's not going to be where he's meant to be. Yeah? And on top of that, he's going to be in the back of his head is, how can I get Havertz into the team? There is no space for Havertz anywhere in this starting lineup no more. Where does he start? Where does he come in? Does he come in on the left for Martinelli? No, he doesn't. Does he come in on for Odegaard? No, he doesn't. He's not good enough. Does he come in for Declan Rice? He doesn't. There is no place for Kai Havertz anywhere in this Arsenal team except for Carabao Cup, FA Cup against Bolton Wanderers, coming on last 15, 20 minutes. That's the only place I can see for Kai Havertz. Decent footballer, not good enough. It was criminal to sign him for 65 mil. Highest player. You go and ask any fan who's the highest player at Arsenal. Not a lot of them know that it's Havertz. You know? So when you tell them it's Havertz, oh my gosh, it's insanity. It's crazy, people. Yeah. Remember to smash up the likes, people. This is our first ever live stream. If you're tuned in now, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Big up everyone in the comments, everyone in the chat. Shout out Dan Laguna. Shout out everyone that's tuned into this live stream. We appreciate it, and we'll be back soon. We're going to be introducing some new shows. Going to have David Speaks Football. He's a Man United fan. There's going to be a lot of things going forward for the season, match reactions. And yeah, me and Dan are going to be going at it all season because, as you know, he's Arteta in, I'm Arteta out. Yeah, they call me negative, he's positive. I call him deluded. He calls me crazy. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting this season, people. Big up yourselves. Thank you for tuning in.